What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Light Pole Podcast. We are on episode 18. Uh, wow, I totally forgot what I was about to say.
Wow, right in the rip.
I had like a whole thing planned out, and then I completely
Add it to
forgot.
the bloopers.
Anyway, just keep it in. I don't
Somebody
care,
keep that
whatever.
Record time.
So we're gonna be doing, obviously, you can tell by the title, Star Wars tier list. We've gone a while without talking about Star Wars, so we need a fix.
We kind of did in the quote thing, but not like
Yeah,
in depth
yeah.
or anything.
When
Well, 2
I
months.
clutched it with hope.
yeah, hope.
Hope. Time
So
Still can't get over
yeah, we'll be doing that. But before, obviously, we'll start with some entertainment news, and we'll hand it over to Darrien for that.
All right, guys. So we discussed this when this dropped. Opinions, fact or fake? Jennifer Lawrence cast as Sue Storm in the next Fantastic Four movie.
It's a rumor. I think it's not.
Yeah.
It has,
I don't know.
I'm gonna stick with fake.
Yeah, I'm hoping fake.
I agree.
I just don't see it.
I don't
I-
like
Doesn't
it.
make sense.
I don't like it. I just feel like there's so many actresses in Hollywood that could play Sue Storm that
Yep.
like why go back to Jennifer Lawrence who was already in like in
X-Men.
X-Men.
She
and
just
stuff.
her acting is so like 50-50 for me.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, wow, she did a really good job. And then other times I'm like, she looks like Plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yo,
It's just
so
like
right.
like a board. I got nothing against
That's
her. It's just
perfect.
sometimes it's just like it misses me.
No,
like
you're
Passengers, I thought she was great in Passengers. I love that movie. I know it got panned.
We
Not a
saw
lot
that
of
together. I
Yeah,
remember.
not a lot of people liked it, but I thought it was really good.
It was a good movie.
But
I thought it was okay.
Other times it's just like, oh god,
Like X-Men.
what's going on?
It's not.
Well,
good.
X-Men, I don't like the
Okay,
movies.
so in first
play
class,
X-Men.
I was like, all right, she was really good. I liked her a lot.
That was the
and
first
then-
thing I seen her in first class. Yeah,
Really.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then the movies, well, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games,
Hunger Games,
But
yeah.
did Hunger Games come out before first class?
way before.
Did it really?
I think Hunger Games
She
was
was-
like 2012.
She was
Oh,
doing Hunger
okay,
Games for
maybe.
a while, yeah.
Maybe never mind then.
So in first class, she like killed it. She was amazing. And then in Days of Futures Past, she was only in. Was she in Days of? Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
The whole
Yeah,
like
she was,
plot
like, okay.
revolved around her.
She was like
killing-
the assassin,
Yeah.
right, or
I
something
know.
like that. Yeah,
It felt like kind of stale, like the whole love
it's
thing between
stilted.
her.
Yeah,
It was like, and then Apocalypse, and I didn't even watch
Dark Phoenix.
Dark
yeah.
Dark Phoenix. So
She got murdered, didn't she? Didn't she get like impaled?
Yeah, she did. She got tossed.
yeah,
Such a quick death.
I don't even mind.
I don't care either.
don't-
That
I think
What was the
everyone
game
knew.
plan
Everyone
there?
knew
The
that
makeup
going into
was
the
terrible.
movie, though.
This whole new like reboot of X-Men, pretty much she was like the central character in most of the movies.
I think
And
she
they
just got
just
tired of
murdered
it.
her?
I think
Well,
she
she was-
didn't like.
She was like highly allergic to the makeup. The latex that they use for her, she's like highly, she'd break out in like hives and everything.
Maybe that's not the role for her. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It was
all
so
you are.
weird. Yeah.
that's why
So-
it looked like doo doo at the end.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, really?
yeah, it
She-
barely
looked-
looked like makeup. Like it was like
Really?
it was
Like
like
the
if
blue
one of
paint
us
on her.
did it. Yeah,
It was probably like the more she put it on, the worse it got. So they had to keep like
and they knew.
toning
Like
it down or something.
they knew X-Men was coming to an end. They knew it's
It looked like everyone was tired of it.
everyone was tired of it. Like, come on.
I got
That's-
tired of
yeah.
it after the first two, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Apocalypse was,
Nightcrawler in the White House was like the pinnacle of the X-Men movies, in my opinion.
X2 X-Men United.
That after that, it was just like
No,
just a downhill spiral.
pinnacle of X-Men was Logan, but we don't gotta get into
But that I don't
But that's-
consider that.
I don't
X-Men.
consider that. That's like a
Yeah,
whole
that's like a
separate
standalone.
movie, like
Yeah.
that's
Logan
I'm
was
talking like the whole
phenomenal.
team and all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's
that
just
was
like
a cinematic masterpiece.
Broke
but
my heart.
Anyway.
It did. That was one of the
The
saddest
Wolverine
movies.
was pretty good though too in
Lokomoto
Japan.
choo choo.
in Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate. They did those movies had so much potential, and
Yeah.
it was just something so off about them. The one
the Wolverine movie.
yeah, Origins,
Origins was
It's like-
trash.
That was
I-
straight
bro, cheeks.
garbage.
I like the first scene when they're going through all the wars and all that stuff.
That's
That was
cool.
amazing.
That's cool.
was amazing, yeah.
They had some really good scenes in those
moments,
movies,
Victor.
But
Oh.
Yeah.
but Wolverine, the one in Japan, I think it was just called the Wolverine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
Wolverine.
think so.
It,
It's on Disney Plus.
it wasn't that bad.
I think it was a
they-
step up from Origins.
I think all those movies are on Disney Plus now, right? Because they acquired
Yeah.
Fox. Yeah.
Most of them are. I
Mhm.
think. I haven't checked.
I feel like the Logan style Wolverine movies is what Hugh Jackman deserved in that role. Like the
For
quality
every single one. For every
For
single
all of
one,
them.
Yeah.
All right, the guy who played Aladdin, I forget his name. I haven't seen the live action.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing Ezra Bridger in the Ahsoka series.
That's
Is that confirmed?
Not 100%, but
I saw like a picture of it or something like
I
that.
did
But
see
I
that.
honestly,
pretty credible.
With a beard,
I don't-
he could look pretty cool, you know. With the-
Yeah,
you guys remember the pictures I showed you of the Ezra Bridgers from the different Disney's?
Yeah.
the Galaxy Edge
Yeah.
Ezra Bridgers. They look so creepy. They're like awkward teenagers with wigs and
Yeah.
like the awkward puberty phase and stuff like that. It's
Oh,
just
goodness.
weird.
It's
It
because there's
was
no
so
live action
weird.
version of him, so they don't know like what
Yeah.
to.
but if there's going to be one, I could definitely see it being him.
I could see it.
I think you could do a good job.
I watched
He's
the
got-
I watched Aladdin. It was okay. I mean,
He could redeem himself.
Saw the beginning. The songs were bops, but I haven't watched the movie, so
yeah. Well,
I never saw the original.
I can't say I watched.
You've
it
never seen the
completely.
original
I just
Aladdin?
kinda-
Nope. There's
What?
certain OG Disney movies that I
Cruise?
just was not into. Tom Cruise is in
Aladdin's so
Aladdin?
good.
No.
His face is modeled after Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Aladdin's face was modeled after Tom
What?
Cruise. Yeah.
Mhm.
You learn something new every day. That is crazy.
I actually just
Got
saw
the
Pinocchio
all-center
for the
teeth.
first time
Oh, you know what?
earlier this
That's a
week.
creepy movie.
Oh,
I don't
dude,
care what-
live there.
That's creepy.
I don't care what anyone says. Yo, you want to know something creepy?
You know when that movie was made?
It was like the 20s. I don't know, man.
Okay, no pa tanto.
Yeah, I
right?
just say it. Like, it
It's
was a long time.
1940.
Yeah.
Man, there you go. Guys go overshooting all
You
my
know what I-
numbers again. You can never get a good estimate.
Yeah, I remember he was like, "How long do you think it would take?" And we're like, 50 million quadrillion years. And he's like, "All right,
Guys,
100."
I'm gonna ruin your guys' lives. You'll
Yes.
never see Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
I
hate
told
this.
you that.
We know
I
this.
hate
No,
this.
Yeah.
not you guys. I mean the listeners or people who don't know this.
The
Tom
viewers.
Cruise's teeth are off-centered. His whole tooth structure is shifted. Is look at the
I hate
left.
Darrien for telling me what's good with that one. Look, he has no teeth in that one in the corner.
Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? Vamos a apagar esto.
You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
Us.
found out that I'm like I find super creepy, and I don't know if I'm scared of it. It just gives me an eerie feeling. Liminal spaces. Have you ever looked that up?
Never heard of it.
Liminal spaces. Basically, it's like liminal is like the end of one thing and the beginning of another, and it's like rooms that are like used to be one thing and they're slowly turning it into something else. So it could be like a room that's like made for kids, and then all of a sudden it's like industrial, and then it just looks super creepy. Thank you, baby.
I need to
Yo,
see a
peep
picture
this.
of
I need to put this on cam.
Wow.
Oh man, thank
Oh,
you
the
Those
potatoes.
potatoes
to my beautiful
Shoot.
wife. Yes, potatoes, asparagus,
Flames.
garlic bread, and some chicken
Look at Ren.
pasta.
Give
Yeah,
me
he wants some.
sustenance, Father.
I require sustenance.
All right.
Look
so,
up
okay,
liminal spaces when you can.
I'm gonna look it up.
let me while you do that, let me hit you with the segue because you mentioned Pinocchio. There's a live action Pinocchio
Ugh.
that is in the works currently, which is not a surprise considering we discuss this
Live action everything.
live action everything remakes. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is playing Jiminy Cricket.
You're
How crazy is that?
That's awesome.
I know. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
like
well, I
his
mean,
voice, right?
it's gonna be his voice, yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe like his movement or something like that, but it's not gonna look.
I would
like
love
him,
to see a
'cause
little
That would be
tiny-
creepy.
I would love to see a little tiny Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like in a suit.
This is what
Just like an angel and a demon on the shoulder, but it's just Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Our daily Ren showing. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. There's no other big names attached to it right now.
Huh.
Cynthia Erivo, if you know her from, she does a lot of audio podcasts, like audio drama podcasts, like shows through podcasts. We discussed that last week. She does a few of those. She's good. So
Is she gonna be the
I forget.
fairy lady?
Yeah,
that
something
makes
like
him
that.
real.
I don't even
Pinocchio's
remember
a little
Pinocchio. I watched that in like second grade and never watched it again. I don't remember.
Same. All right. G.I. Joe, Lady J is getting her own series on Amazon.
Who's Lady J?
I don't know.
Is she a character in G.I. Joe?
She's a character in G.I. Joe, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
figured you guys would know.
All I know
I've
is
never been
Snake
in-
Eyes.
Same. I've never been G.I. Joe.
We can move on.
Yeah, I never.
Cool. Tom and Jerry, have you guys seen it?
I
The new
did see
movie?
it. I did watch it.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
HBO Max. I watched it.
Oh
with
man,
Wendy
Crystal
and
was
Ren.
just asking me about it. She was like, "Oh, I want to go watch it." I was like, "Oh, when does it even come on?" She's like, "Oh."
All right, let
So-
me.
Let me get your review, Wiley.
Okay, the Tom and Jerry scene's pretty good. Every animal in the movie, there's no real animals. They're all like, even if you see a bird, it's animated. A squirrel animated.
Like the
whatever.
way Tom and Jerry are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that more.
Yeah, I like that because then
I
they're
was
not
like, that's gonna be so
interacting with
awkward
other-
if it's just them. That's so weird.
I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
That makes more sense.
Colin Jost, trash. Chloe
Okay.
Grace
He's in the
Moretz.
movie?
Yeah, he's one of the main characters.
Who's Colin? Who's that?
The one that
SNL?
does the weekend update on SNL. He's married to Scarlett
Johansson's
Johansson.
Oh,
Yeah. Colin
he
Jost.
wasn't. He was no good.
Trash. Chloe Grace Moretz. I dislike her in anything. So
I'm so
Really?
with you. I'm with you, dude.
she was terrible in this one too. Bad acting. Michael Pena, that's my boy. So whatever. He's funny.
He's like the hotel manager, right?
Yeah, and he
Or something like
hates
that?
he hates Chloe Grace Moretz, whatever. Because
Huh.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
Yeah,
you can watch
yeah.
it. But the plot was like so. You know, I don't really.
Yeah.
It kind of just shows like in this movie, it's like the first time Tom and Jerry meet.
Well. Oh, interesting.
It's a prequel.
Sort of, but set in modern day time. It's so weird. I don't know the timeline with Tom and Jerry.
It's getting trashed.
Do you
in the
guys-
reviews.
Do you guys know how the show ended?
No.
They commit suicide.
There's a
No
new
way.
show.
What?
do you
I
mean
swear to
it
God, yeah. The original, when the original one ended, they're like, it was, I don't know how many seasons in or something like that, and they were both like
Now this is, like, the
exhausted. They're all
70s,
like
right?
haggard and everything like that. Their hair is all messed up, and they just sit on top of some train tracks next to each other, and then a train comes, and that's the end of the show.
That is
they just sit in front of a train and eat it.
To think that a train
So
is the thing that kills them when they've gone through much worse fighting each
Yeah.
other. It doesn't
Tom's
Yeah.
taking shotgun shells to the forehead
Yeah.
in that show. Like anvils have landed
Anvil's
on their
dropping
heads.
on him. Yeah.
All right.
That's dope.
The Amber Heard situation, fired
Ugh.
from Aquaman and replaced with Amelia Clark.
Is that
Now-
confirmed? I mean, it is definitely Amelia Clark.
Apparently.
It's another one of those that's like very highly credible. You know, the production studio didn't confirm it, but
Is she still going to be Mira, or is she going to be a different character?
that I don't know. I'm not a
assuming-
fan of when they just replace it and keep it running like they didn't replace it.
Yeah,
But-
that's the thing.
Let's-
DC is just cursed.
Yeah,
man.
let's put
I
this into
know.
perspective. Is DC,
Their writing
so if
is
anyone's
garbage.
gonna do this?
They
It's them.
lose their actors on a regular basis.
So
The only people who did
Just
this and it
stop.
worked was Don
Fresh
Cheadle with
Yeah, that's true.
War Machine. Yeah.
With Terrence Howard.
yeah.
right. He's like, I want to get paid more, Tony. I
There we go.
want to get paid $2 million. I want $9 million, Tony. You gonna give it to Don Cheadle? Put it in the timestamp. That's my Terrence Howard impression. Like, Jebediah is right behind you on the couch, Tony. You got the, sound, thing. You gonna blow your ears out, Tony.
Oh, that's my favorite. You got the sound thing,
He got
Tony.
Oh man. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
I know. I don't even think of that. When you think of War Machine, you think Don Cheadle.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which-
the first one was Terrence Howard, and
Yeah.
it's like
And it is unfortunate because he did
Yeah.
get Robert Downey Jr. that job.
That job.
Like that dude, RDJ was
Really?
like, he was in jail for DUI. He was like on all these drugs
drugs
and all this
possession
stuff.
of drugs and all that stuff.
And we already know Iron Man is what turned his career around. Between
It wasn't Doolittle.
darn sure wasn't Doolittle. No, it was Mel Gibson and Terrence Howard that vouched for him. Mel Gibson put up the money for his salary.
How's Mel Gibson gonna vouch for anyone after what happened with him?
Well, this was before. That's why when the Mel Gibson
Was it
stuff came
really?
out, RDJ was defending him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
It was yeah. Mel Gibson put up like money to get him clean or something like that. I don't remember, but
Did
Yeah,
you
that
hear
kind of
those
stuff.
voicemails?
Nah, yeah, he was. If anyone deserves to be canceled, it's Mel Gibson.
It's pretty nuts.
It's pretty wild. That brother's a racist. There's no ifs, ands, or buts there.
Oh,
Remember the
shoot.
voicemails when Alec Baldwin like went off on his daughter? He was like, "That's
The
why
one
she's
that's
fat
married to,
like a
like,
little
Justin
pig." Yo, Yo,
So bad.
dude,
Wait, he called his daughter a pig?
bro, that's why they had to have the Comedy Central roast for him, so he could like
What?
redeem himself a little bit, because these voicemails came out and his daughter was late to like walk out to the car when he picked her up, and he just like left her all these voicemails. So you fat little piggy, like what, dude? Yeah, look it up on your own time for the listeners.
That's
yo.
hilarious.
Did he
I
call
mean,
her an
it's not
acorn?
hilarious. That's horrible. You shouldn't talk to your daughter like that, but
Absolutely not.
kind of.
Yeah, just how it sounds.
If you can't laugh at the darkest moments in life, then what can you laugh at? That's all I'm saying. Little piggy's kind of funny. I don't know. He said that with a straight face. So back to Amber Heard,
Yeah.
Amelia Clark situation. I'm not a fan of Amelia Clark. What was it, Terminator and whatnot? She's just
Genesis.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of anything.
And I didn't see Aquaman, so I don't know how Amber
You
Heard
didn't
was.
see it?
No,
Kyler
I
has,
started
like,
it and I was like, this is doo doo.
Kyler has like a personal vendetta against anyone from Game of Thrones, especially
I do.
Amelia Clark. Yeah.
I do.
None of them make it out of there, honestly. Kit
But
Harington hasn't done
everyone
anything.
swears for them. Like, no, this person's like the greatest actor of all time, and they're always garbage.
I think that has to do more with
Wait,
like
which
the
one's
show
Kit Harington?
writing rather than the acting, because none of those actors have come out. Like,
Hmm.
what's one that has got famous?
Jason
They're
out?
all
Momoa.
garbage.
Jason Momoa is big. Amelia
Oh,
Clark
you're not
is
wrong.
big.
Wait, what?
Jason Momoa is. Yeah, he exploded. Yeah, he's probably the only one, right?
Amelia Clark.
Jason? No.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's where he.
That's where he got his
That's
start.
where he got his start. That's where
What?
like his first big acting role. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was like this huge brolic dude that was like. I'm sure he died in like season 1 or 2.
Tribesman. He was like the leader of a tribe.
Yeah.
That's where he got his start. But
Kit
besides
Harington,
that,
he's
I
gonna
have
be
no
in
idea.
Eternals.
Yeah, he's gonna be a Marvel character.
Oh,
That's
you're not wrong.
Snow, right? Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
Jon Snow. Mhm.
Okay.
Dude, Eternals. I was reading some stuff on like the potential of how amazing that movie
Did you
might
see
be.
the first look? They released the first like
Yeah,
poster and,
of the cast, like they
Mhm.
were, you know, like
It
the,
is.
like their suits. Yeah.
Selma Hayek is in
I
there.
want to see.
Angelina Jolie,
now,
bro. Like what?
Salma Hayek.
Yeah. I don't like
You know.
Angelina Jolie.
It's been a minute. She's been in a movie.
That's a big name actress though. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
I know. Let me see. I'm looking for the poster here.
I wonder how many like A-list actors are like, "Hey, can I be in a Marvel movie, please?"
They were like, "Yep, let's get you right in." There.
I'm sure
and
there's
there's so
more.
much potential.
There's more than would admit it. I guarantee because they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want to be.
100%.
You know,
When you have
Okay.
such a massive character pool
they see
to
the
just
amount
grab
of they
from,
see the amount of money, the amount of attention it grabs.
Why
the amount
wouldn't
of
you
fans,
do it?
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, I think it was different. I mean, all the actors in
because
Marvel
no
are
superhero
big.
movie was like,
Exactly. Now I feel like everyone's.
nobody's asking to be in a
Oh.
DC movie. I'll tell you that.
Speaking of that, the Thor 4 set pictures that were leaked of
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, Luke Hemsworth, Melissa McCarthy is going to be playing Hela.
You're dying.
No, yeah.
You're lying. Forget. I heard that there was an A-list actress for Hela. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy.
It's Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. So the set photos were revealed, and there was video of them doing it. So if you guys remember in Thor 3, Ragnarok, at the beginning of the movie, they did like a reenactment of Loki dying and all this stuff, and it was Matt Damon and Luke Hemsworth and all this like funny kind of like little stuff. They're doing it again. It looks like they're pulling the same joke with the same actors, but
Adding
this
more
time they're having
people.
Melissa McCarthy, more people.
Why?
That's hilarious.
I'm all for it. Give it
How-
to me.
I mean, I don't mind it, but how are you going to write that in so it doesn't look like you're just?
They're gonna
being,
do
like,
The same way they did last
memeing.
time. They're just like walking through.
Loki's
Be
dead.
at New Asgardian.
No, they're gonna recap Ragnarok. What happened to Ragnarok? Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna do about Loki, right? Well, he was in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So
They're
yeah,
gonna
they're
re-
just gonna recap what happened in
Was
Ragnarok.
he
Loki-
Ragnarok?
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning when the dad dies?
Oh,
and him and-
Ragnarok. Yeah. He's like, yeah. Okay.
Let's do somebody help.
Yep.
Oh, I hate that. Somebody help me.
Yeah, help.
You know, in actual Norse mythology, they weren't even brothers.
Yeah.
Thor and Loki.
I listened to a
Odin-
whole book on Norse mythology. Now
Odin
I forgot
owed a
about-
blood debt to Loki. This is just me just talking about Norse mythology because I love Norse mythology. But yeah,
Pretty awesome. Well, I think that's a good segue to Ewan McGregor. He's going to be in the Andor series apparently, which is pretty awesome because I'll take any Obi-Wan I can take.
Okay.
when is Endor taking place?
Well, it's
is
gonna
that like
show him-
after episode
It's gonna
6?
show like how he joins the rebellion and his upbringing.
Yeah.
So
So it'll be
He might be on Tatooine. You know.
I don't know the exact timeline, but it'll be like
Endor
did Rogue
is
One
going to
take place?
show
right before episode 4.
after 3, before 4.
Cassian.
Endor's showing how Obi-Wan.
No.
Obi-Wan is going to be in Andor. It's not about him or anything. He's just
Andor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cassian Andor.
Andor. I heard Endor.
Endor.
Like the planet.
I'm like
Endor.
like Ewoks. I was like, wait.
I hate those whole things.
What? Why?
We'll discuss that when we get
Because
to the
of
Star Wars
Battlefront.
tier list.
Okay.
Oh, Black Adam starts filming next month after about 37 years
About
of
time.
Who cares?
about 37 years of hype for that movie. All the hype has died down for that thing. So
Who cares?
Told the-
Literally.
It's
Understood.
more DC
I don't
than
wanna-
nobody's asking.
Wasn't it
for.
supposed to be Superman? Him going as Superman?
Yeah.
apparently Henry Cavill might be in it. There's some rumors floating around because Henry Cavill's agent is also The Rock's agent, and he put out one of those.
They have
Yeah.
the same agent.
Yeah, that's a lot of things like that. Work
Well,
like
we
that.
know
Agents-
who that agent is giving more attention to.
But Henry Cavill, like, he did what, The Witcher, and he likes that kind of nerdy stuff.
He is a nerd.
Man from Uncle,
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
which I think bombed, right?
I don't even. I remember when it came out.
That's with that Cannibal Army Hammer, right?
Yeah, I was about to make a
Whoa.
joke. You beat me by half a second.
Alleged. Alleged with screenshot
Alleged.
and videos to
Yeah.
prove it.
Becoming more and more credible.
Yeah.
Did you see Zack Snyder took no pay to make the Snyder Cut? He's not getting paid to make
Put on him?
the studio offered him money and he said, "No, I want any money you're gonna give me, put it towards the budget for me to finish this."
Must be nice being a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The
wild.
budget was like 70 million or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, 70 million for reshoots and reanimation, all that stuff. When does that come out? 10 days, right?
March 18th. Yeah.
I gotta stop myself.
I feel
Kind
like
of
the day
excited,
is
man.
being like pushed back more and more. I don't know
I know.
why.
I'm
Godzilla
excited,
got
and I do
pushed
this
back
to
for it,
myself.
so. Tyler.
Yeah.
That movie.
Come on, you get to see Joker again. You get to see
I
Jared
don't
Leto,
care.
bro.
I'm not
Ah.
watching it. I could not possibly. You sound like Wetzel.
All right. Oh, speaking of Wetzel, dude, we absolutely have to do a try not to laugh video one of these.
I was gonna say,
I'm
how is this
waiting
gonna
for it.
transition to
Yeah.
I'm
something?
waiting for it, man.
Oh man, we should do that.
We do
soon.
need to do that. We gotta
Oh,
figure out
wow.
how to not get like copyright striked and whatnot. But I don't know.
Okay, we're not making money.
For real.
But
and
isn't
we
it-
get copyrighted.
No, I know, but isn't it like 3 strikes and the channel gets down? That's what I.
Well, we only
You
have
get
one. So
demonetized.
far,
I don't think you get demonetized. No.
I guess we'll
Copyright.
worry about it when we have to.
Yeah.
What about
I guess.
when Joey
Fair
did
use.
that Star Wars intro thing to the quote game? Did that get copyrighted?
Well, there was no music for that,
I
right?
haven't seen. Not yeah.
No,
There's no music.
I dropped the music.
What gets
Oh, okay.
copyrighted, Kyler, is like sound.
Yeah, I know, but it had
Yep.
it had the Star Wars theme song.
Did it?
Did it? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
The first couple seconds.
It
and
did,
then we were like
but that's what I'm
copyright.
saying,
So
I
I'm like,
don't know.
oh, I know where the bell. Doesn't matter.
I didn't see it.
It doesn't.
Uh,
But you know what does matter? They have 2 more Jumanji movies already planned out.
What?
How is that possible?
Exactly. How crazy is it? I haven't seen the second one, so
It wasn't that good.
I don't know how the third
It
one
was
might play
not.
out.
It was not good enough for a third, let alone a fourth.
Yeah.
They said the
The
third one
left
is,
it at 2, but
yeah, they said, well, I mean, it made
Should've
money. Both,
stopped
of them.
at
They both got
one.
good reviews.
The first one was good. I like that one. The second
Should
one,
have stopped there.
Danny DeVito. While I love him,
He's amazing.
it got annoying after the
And Danny
first like
Glover,
5
right?
minutes of him being The Rock. It was that
Have
got
you ever
really
seen
old.
Always
for me.
Sunny in
Oh yeah,
Philadelphia?
wasn't it like he was like, "What's wrong with your face?
Yeah.
Are you having a stroke?"
Just him like.
It's like smoldering, like,
I gotta watch it. And then I'll be able to have an opinion on it. But
I
they said
haven't
the
watched
third
the
one's
second one.
going much bigger than anyone expects. So I don't know what I
Should
don't
I
know.
do like a little spoiler? What happens at the end of the second one?
Yeah, I don't care. What's the plot of the second one? What even is the movie about? Why do they go back in?
They have
They go
because one of the
Spencer,
main
Spencer.
kid, yeah, Spencer
This-
is
the
his
Naked Brother
friends.
Yes, sir.
His friends are like drifting apart and stuff like that. He's not hanging out with them
Oh,
as
he wants
much.
to
And he
rebuild
wants
it,
to
right?
he wants to be the hero again, so he goes back in, and they have to go in and help him and stuff like that. But oh no, I think his grandfather, Danny DeVito,
They get
gets sucked in,
back.
and
Yeah, him and his
he
old
becomes
friend.
the Rock, and then Danny Glover gets sucked in and
Oh, Danny
becomes
Glover's in it.
yeah.
He's Kevin
About
Hart.
He's Aquafina,
137.
isn't it? Or who is?
What happened?
Isn't
He's
he
one
Kevin
of them,
Hart?
and then
He plays Kevin Hart.
oh, Kevin Hart. Well, it's halfway through the movie. They all end up like swapping characters.
All right.
It's like
What
a
happens
whole
at the end,
thing.
Joey?
So at the end, the cliffhanger is they're all they're outside, they're safe, they're at a restaurant hanging out, and then they hear rumbling, and then zebras are running down the street, animals are running down the street in the real world.
Oh, so it's the game.
And
Is
That's
so
the
it ends
ending?
right there.
Right. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be like the original Jumanji
Mhm.
with
Right,
Robin
the
Williams.
game comes into
The OG.
Okay.
Would you guys still be friends with me if my channel was like this?
No.
Fair enough.
I'm barely friends
Well,
with
that's
you
all
now.
I got. Understood. You didn't have to go that hard, but that hurt.
I actually have something.
Kyler has
Go ahead.
entertainment
I know.
news.
Oh,
What is
whoa.
that?
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have probably heard it. So rumors that Harrison Dula will be replacing Cara Dune in Rangers of the New Republic.
I have not heard that.
So I did
No?
hear that,
Okay.
but replacing as in the new
Cara
Cara
Dune-
Dune?
I get no.
Okay.
Cara Dune was supposed to, I guess, be
She
one
was
of
supposed
like
to
the main characters. She was supposed to have a really big
prominent
role.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing Mandalorian was setting up, that they gave her the badge and now she's like
She's
an
part of the New
officer,
Republic.
whatever. Yeah. And now that she's gone, they're introducing Harrison Dula, who is going to pretty much take over that role of being like in charge.
I'm fine with that.
Which honestly I prefer, because Harrison Dula is already an established character in the
With
universe.
backstory,
And
yeah.
now that Ahsoka is there as well, they can have like a crossover kind of thing, because they work together a lot in Rebels. So you get more of that kind of like
I'm cool with that. I
relationship.
never liked the Cara Dune character. I just, since season 1, I was like, it just kind of weird. She felt like she was just there to be a big brawly woman. Like it was no,
She was the
she's
muscle.
like a cardboard.
Yeah.
I didn't like her as an actress. I don't know. That's just me.
You don't have to worry about that anymore.
No, I do not.
So,
let's see
That was
here.
my last piece.
Let me think.
If-
I feel like there was some Marvel stuff that came out recently. Besides the one
Wait,
I
think
feel
of
like
that.
there was Spider-Man. Oh, the official Spider-Man
Oh yeah.
title
And release date.
and release
Christmas.
date. No Way Home.
Is it this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Christmas Day.
only
am-
in theaters.
So excited
I'm
to be in that theater on Christmas Day. Oh my goodness. Just to have that energy again with everyone there. Oh my goodness, dude.
I can't wait.
Honestly, I just want to watch the movie now. I don't want to hear any more of these theories and stuff like. I'm getting a little
For real.
tired of it, because what happens is all these people come up with these ridiculous theories,
And if it's true, it's
and it festers in their head, and then they're like, no, this is what's going to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, they're all like, oh, well, they didn't do this or this and stuff. I just want to watch the movie. I just want to see what they want to do. And enjoy
You know
it.
what?
or if
That's-
it does
that's what's-
happen, then you're like, oh, I knew it already. So
Yeah.
I agree. I've never been a big fan of theories. I'd rather just go in willy-nilly. I saw this video there and it had me dying because it said, me now wondering how they're going to fit a massive fight scene in WandaVision with Wanda saving the twins, Mephisto, Reed Richards, the cameo that Paul Bettany talked about, a multiverse explanation, Monica showing off her powers, Darcy being a boss, Wu being a boss, saving people from the Hex, beating Hayward, Ultron returning. It's like, those are all the theories that we've been talking about.
Yeah,
week after
and there's only
week.
one episode.
We
left.
probably
Only
should
one.
address that. The whole thing with Paul Bettany saying, oh, there's this
You're
like
not wrong.
crazy cameo that's going to pop in. Apparently,
That
he
was
was
him.
talking about himself at the
So-
end of the last episode. And it was
I don't want
just,
to touch on it too much, but yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
And now even the is it the creator of the show?
The
was
director,
saying, like, he
director.
the
Dug himself
director
a
of the
hole.
show, he
dug
was like,
himself a hole.
might have dug himself into a hole with all that Luke Skywalker comment stuff.
At first, I was like, you know what? I think he's like trying to mess us up so it could be an even bigger cameo. I think he's lying, saying that he messed up. And then I watched the video of him saying it again, and it seemed like he was being really sarcastic, talking about himself. He's like, we had absolute sparks were flying, and it was amazing. I've always wanted to work with this actor. And it's like, okay, you're talking about yourself, Paul.
Okay.
That's just me.
So that's awkward. And
But-
that's the part that's like you try to build up the hype, and then there's plenty of hype already. I mean, Wiley was saying a few episodes ago that it's the #1 show in the world.
Yeah.
So there's
Crazy.
plenty of hype already.
Like when it's
And then you-
crashing at 3 a.m, crashing
know.
the
Exactly.
servers, Mandalorian did
But
the
when
same
you-
thing. This is
When you
again, even
feed
more.
into it, when you feed the fire like that, and then it falls flat because you're just screwing around, that can kind of piss people off. And Disney's already in hot water with the whole Cara Dune situation. People canceling their subscriptions. So
You know,
They'll be back.
I think they'll be back. Yeah, I think that Marvel's going to learn from this going forward and kind of adjust the way they have their actors do interviews because they don't want them digging
we've been
themselves
through
these
this like
holes.
10 times with Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo.
But
Well,
here-
those were
But see,
those were spoilers.
Those are spoilers. So I think what's
That's
happened
true.
here with actors and their interviews in Marvel is like they've gone away from like they've tried so hard not to spoil anything, so they've become very sarcastic and very like comedic
Yeah.
with their interviews to the point where they say things that people run with and expect it to be the truth. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
the thing.
Mhm.
Everyone listening tries to
and it's
suck
because
out
they're
any
trying to hide it so bad
Yeah.
that it turns
Yeah.
out like this. Yeah.
people suck out and overanalyze any modicum of information they can, and then they just say, "Oh my god, that relates to this one issue of some super obscure comic book that nobody ever read, and that's
Yeah.
what this next whole show is going to be about."
Yeah.
No, it's
And
not.
that's
It's
why I'm
it's
not a fan of
stupid
theories.
throwaway comment that
Yeah.
an actor made in an interview.
Theories are cool in moderation, but when they get so extra, I mean, look at what I just read. That was like 14 different things that we're all waiting on because of the weekly
Then
theories
again,
that people had.
everybody has so much more time now on their hands, so they
Probably.
get more in depth.
That's probably true.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
I love listening to these like theories, like 2 or 3 months after the shows have already aired.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh man, this next episode is going to be about this, and we saw
Yep.
this and this. You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
it's don't get your hopes up.
Go back and watch movie reviewers talk about Endgame before it came out,
Hmm.
and you could hear the most insane theories that these people were saying
Yeah.
and how wrong they were when that movie, like, you see the trailer, this is the end scene.
And the
Like,
incredible
no.
part is the movie's still come out and it's still amazing. It has nothing to do with any of the theories that any of these people put out. It's way more watered down. There's
Yeah.
not that much stuff in it, but the way they do it, it's still incredible. And you can watch it over and over again. It's awesome.
And I want to say that that's going to come to an end, but I think it's only going to get even better because now Marvel has this huge multiverse, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. So they could just keep one-upping these
Building,
theories that
yeah.
we see.
100%.
I just want my Reed Richards, but we're
I
gonna,
want.
Not
I
lying.
want. See, I don't care about Reed Richards. I care only if it's
Want
John
Magneto.
Krasinski as Reed Richards.
fair enough. Have a
That's all I
yo-yo.
want to see. I don't care much about the character himself. Yes, you have a
yo-yo.
yo-yo.
Congrats.
Tom Holland said for the Spider-Man movie that they filmed probably the best fight scene in any superhero movie ever made.
Oh, stop.
I-
dude. I'm
saying
so-
that.
I don't
He
know.
says that so
man.
many times. He's like, this is the most ambitious superhero movie ever.
It's the same
This
movie. He
has
keeps
the
talking
most
about the same
incredible-
movie. We haven't
I
seen
know.
it yet. So yeah, I know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Stop
Unless-
hyping it up because people are going to build this image in their head.
Right now,
And while I'm
yeah.
sure it's still going to be good, you
I
don't
think-
want it to fall flat.
I don't know, but I don't. My favorite fight scene in Marvel is
The airport scene.
Airport is cool, but literally
Ah.
Cap versus Winter Soldier in the Winter
Oh, that
Soldier
was
movie
beautiful.
when he's in
Which
plain
one? On the
clothing.
bridge?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, the fight
With
scene
the
was
knife?
amazing with the knife and
Like
flipping
dropping
it
it,
over.
yeah.
Oh my god,
Wait,
that
which
scene.
In the underpass
Yeah,
in Winter Soldier, when Bucky
Yeah.
had the knife and they were fighting in like the middle of the street, and then
Yep.
he like stabs the van and it goes all the way
Oh,
through.
yeah.
I just love
Civil
how
War is amazing.
I love how legit like that was them fighting. And
Well, yeah,
it's
Sebastian
perfect.
Stan practiced with like a plastic butter knife for like a month or something like
Yeah.
that, just walking around the studio.
That's what Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be like.
Yeah,
They said that it was going to be like those fights, like
that's
Daredevil.
that's what I
esque.
like. Oh,
Yeah.
Ah,
that's just
I'm
month
so-
two,
Daredevil-
March-
I'm hyped for that
March
movie.
18th.
I mean, that
Daredevil
show.
has the best fight scenes, man.
Daredevil's so
That
good.
show is amazing.
Wesley? I loved him. He was my friend. That's Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent
so,
D'Onofrio is amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so if
Oh, go ahead.
Joel, do you have
Sorry.
something to
I was
add?
just gonna mention what about Spider-Man. So
Wait,
when-
hold
when-
up.
When you like, go ahead. You're gonna
This
stop me
poor
again.
thing.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I
my
muted
God.
him. Go ahead,
I'll
Joe.
get my
I
thought out
muted
at
him.
some
Go ahead,
point.
Joe. He's muted.
I'll get my thought. No, go ahead. I'll get my thoughts out at some point.
We're all muted. You have the floor, my friend.
I'm the quiet one. But I want to speak. I don't get to speak. I'm venting now.
We're all muted. Take it away.
No, my thought's gone now. You know what I'm going to talk about? Cruella de Vil. They're making a Cruella de Vil.
Okay, no, we're moving on to Star
Ugh,
Wars tier list because
hate
we're not
that.
talking about Cruella.
Emma Stone.
Just kidding.
She's playing Cruella? I thought it was
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. What? That's two completely different people.
Oh, I know. I was misconstrued. I don't know where I got that
looks
from.
like
Oh,
looks like,
Wiley can't unmute himself. He's not co-host.
oh, yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no, he is.
Should be able to
Mute yourself, fool.
Yeah.
Oh, I never did it.
What were you
My
gonna say,
audio is
Wiley, before
recorded
you
separately
interrupted
over
me?
here anyway, so.
Oh,
No,
That's
never
awkward.
mind.
It won't come.
It
It
was
won't
just
be
a
as
mess with
funny
me.
in the actual video.
I was gonna mention the second end credit scene to WandaVision, but maybe we shouldn't.
save that for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Wait, what was the second end credit scene though?
I was gonna say what?
the Quicksilver.
Oh, White Vision.
No.
Oh,
The
that's the
Quicksilver
first-
running. Remember?
Okay, so I missed something.
I think I missed
gotta
it.
go back and watch.
I think I missed it. Hold on.
Darrien, we talked about this.
Then I didn't miss it. I just don't remember. I have a terrible memory.
No, I'll discuss like an episode with Darren. He'll be like, "What? That happened?" I'm like, dude, where were you?
Bro,
He's like, I was probably crying.
I'll get on with them after, and they'll be like, "Dude, when this happened," and I'm like, "Wait, that happened?" And they're like, "Did you watch it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just now."
Darien just looks at the pretty colors and pictures. He doesn't understand anything that's
I was
happening.
like, "That's a nice lady."
Yeah,
I miss some of those things, man. I don't know.
yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'll have to go back and watch something.
I'll just
I
tell
don't
you
know
real
what
quick.
you're
It was
what
the
was it?
second end credit scene. They showed Quicksilver running like how he did in the X-Men movies. It was beautiful. He
beautiful.
was doing the fitness grand pacer test back and forth.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That's why I didn't remember. I'm not dumb. Dumb.
We discussed this yesterday, though.
I know. I forgot it. I was in on this and I completely forgot it. Oh goodness. That was great.
We'll continue the podcast while Kyler's doing that.
Wind up.
Moving on.
He's the host.
I know. He's not hosting anymore now.
All right.
I could have sworn I watched this last episode all the way until it went completely black.
Oh,
It's like I
man.
didn't see any Quicksilver.
What's more beautiful about this, Darren forgot. He was like, "What? No,
Yeah.
I missed it."
So it made it look
Yeah.
legit even more. So
Grape.
sorry, Kyler.
Because my friends are the worst. We're going to be moving on to the main topic. We've done two technically of these, one for Pixar, one for Spielberg, kind of ish.
Yeah.
Kind
We
of
didn't do a
about
tier
movies.
list. It was like top.
Yeah. We're doing a Star Wars tier list, and we're going through all of the movies, the 3 trilogies, the shows, right? And
Yep.
the standalone movies, Han Solo and Rogue One. And I think
Yep.
Darien is going to be screen sharing for us. So if anyone is listening, you want to pause and go to YouTube if you want, or you can just try and follow along with whatever it is that we're talking about.
Yes, sir. All right. We got the tier list set up here, baby.
Never
So-
seen.
Yeah, I put a tier list for never seen because I'm be honest, this first one right
one.
here. What is
Yeah.
this? What's the name of it?
Resistance.
Oh, what is that?
Star Wars Resistance.
Yeah.
It was on like Disney XD or something like that for a while. I think it was only like 2 seasons.
Yeah. We're just gonna throw it there because I know nobody cares.
I
So we'll kick it off with
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Ooh, it's starting off hot. I mean, that's
We starting off hot with Mandalorian. What are you guys thinking? This is
for me
It's up
personally
there.
S tier.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd give it an S.
Joey?
S.
I don't-
That'll be our bet. Yeah, S.
I don't think
Really?
there's much
That'll be our
debate there.
start point right there.
Yeah.
All right, so everything's gonna compare to Mandalorian. All right, Solo. Oh man.
Mm,
Okay, so I actually like Solo. I've after watching it the first time, it was like really lukewarm. I think I've seen it like 2 or 3 times since then, and it's grown on me, to be honest.
I think I'm thinking ahead here. At the end of this, when we have all these movies lined up, I don't want to see Solo above C. It's got to be C.
Real? You think
Yeah.
it's C tier?
Look at everything else we have there.
I'd give it at
I
least.
couldn't agree with you. Like, I would put it B, but like you
I'd
said,
put it B
after-
for now, and then
after
we
all
can
the movies,
rearrange.
It might be C.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That'll
C
be
tier
that'll be
seems
the
low.
good dinosaur of this.
Yeah,
Just move it around where we
Just
see
move it
fit. Because Solo it was okay, but
I didn't like the acting. To me, my favorite part was Donald Glover as Lando.
My favorite
Chewie
part
was
the very
cool.
end with Maul. That was just
Maul, yeah.
that redeemed the movie.
What bums me out though is that the movie obviously didn't do as well as they wanted it to, because nobody asked for it.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
when it didn't do as good as they were expecting, they were just like, okay, well, we're not gonna really continue with this. But now I want to know what what Maul
isn't Ray Park hasn't he released photos on his Instagram with him in like the makeup again and prosthetics?
Well,
again?
yeah, I'm sure that'll be with Kenobi.
Yeah, I think it's for Kenobi.
On Dathomir or whatever.
Because they
so it may continue.
They have like a long
that story.
Yeah, but I want to know about like Red Dawn and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like what he has to, or Crimson Dawn. Sorry,
that's why I love this era of movies that we're in at the same time, because I feel like 20 years ago the franchises, they wouldn't bring actors from different franchises to different movies. No. It was always like taboo. You never do that. They're there. We'll get a different actor with the same name or something like that. And now we're gonna get Ray Park back. We're getting Ewan McGregor back. Like studios are listening to fans. Oh, it's so exciting.
I want to see Sam Witwer with the Darth Maul makeup.
Oh, my goodness.
I wish they can use Ray Park and then just dub Sam Witwer's voice over it.
Can you imagine?
And then have Sam Witwer's music, his band in the background playing that.
Yeah.
Please no.
I'm sorry.
I forgot what they're even called.
He gave us a cameo and everything. I can't slander him like that.
Sam and the Witwers.
Boy, Sammy.
All right.
Is that what it was called? Sam and the Witwers?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, I don't remember it being like that.
What kind of conceited name is that?
It's a little narcissistic.
It's like we call the podcast Kyler and the Torres.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Is this Revenge of the Sith?
It is Revenge of the Sith.
We're saving that. We're saving that for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Oh, okay.
All right. Force Awakens.
I'd say A.
Best
I
one out of
agree.
the sequels.
First, the
I
first
would
of
say
the sequel
I
trilogy.
love Force
I'll sit in
Awakens.
I give it A.
The
I'll
best
go with
one
A.
out of that one.
This is like the best way you can start a franchise off. Okay, well, I know some people had problems with it.
Not start a franchise, but bring it back.
A
A new trilogy.
Yeah.
That to me seemed like the perfect way to bring old characters, blend them in with these new characters,
And make it make sense.
and make it make sense. Now, I could have done without the whole new Death Star kind of thing. Maybe a new
That's
plot,
very true.
Yeah.
you know? But it's just me. Is that The Last Jedi?
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
All right,
wish I could
boys.
put that under never.
C or D?
Let's flip a coin.
This doesn't belong anywhere else
Hey,
but C or D.
is Rise of Skywalker not on this list?
It's
It's
right
there.
there.
It's
Right there.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
C or D?
I'd give it.
I'll let you guys choose. I don't.
I'm gonna give
You
it a C
know,
just for the
I'm trying to
hyperspace
look.
scene.
I would probably give it a C. I don't really think any of these deserve to be in D, to be honest. I think
really?
D's. Joey has its different opinion apparently.
Phantom Menace. No.
I'd
No.
put Phantom Menace in D, but
In D?
is that up next? Oh yeah, yeah. All right, so
Oh wow. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that then.
The Last Jedi, though, yeah, The Last Jedi bothers me so much because of the stuff that they did with these characters that was set up from The Force Awakens.
It was.
The Snoke. Why would they kill Snoke after setting him up as this?
I love that. To be honest, that was one of my favorite parts
That's
of
such
that
a
movie.
letdown.
Oh my
Because-
goodness! I was like, no way, he's really. I remember it was like, no way.
But for me, it goes back to what we were just talking about, where people take these theories and they run absolutely wild. And they're trying to theorize,
Oh, yeah.
how is this character going to do all this stuff? Who is he? Oh my God, it's Mace Windu. All this ridiculous garbage. I know Mace Windu is
yeah.
probably one of the fake.
Mace, you're right. Mace Windu's
I
related
forgot
to
about
every.
that.
Oh my
theory.
God, yeah. But
Because we
everyone
never
was,
seen
and
him
they kept
officially
saying,
die.
he's a new character. He's not any of these people. He's new. We made him for them. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
It's this person. And they're like, no, he's not. And then they just killed him. And I felt like that was the biggest like slap in the face. Like, just shut up with your stupid theories
You don't know what you're talking
and watch the movie. Just stop and just
You know what
appreciate
though?
it. I
They're
like
low key, right? Because the biggest theory was like it's the Emperor, and low key,
yeah.
they were right
It
the
was.
whole time.
You're not wrong.
He was a
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah.
I feel like they dug themselves such a hole that they were like, we just
gotta
gotta
do
go
it.
with the Emperor. There's no other way to make this make sense now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make a bunch of Snokes and
The problem with Last Jedi was you could see the difference in direction that the directors Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams took with Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. You could tell they were literally going in two opposite directions, and the whole overarching plan was not properly established.
You could literally see it from the end of Force Awakens to the beginning of Last Jedi, where it ends with Rey handing the lightsaber to Luke, and it's such an epic moment. It's such like this drama, this like with suspense, like what's gonna happen, and then literally the beginning of the next one is he just takes and throws it and turns it into a comedic moment. I'm like, what is this? Like this
it was
so out of character. So
they messed Luke up in The Last Jedi. Like that's another reason I think it needs to go down a tier because that
some milk and some leche, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying that was not the Luke that I know and remember.
The way he got the milk was so
I
disturbing.
know, that's why.
I don't want to think about that scene.
That was pretty nasty. But it was just
straight from the source, man.
It felt like a very empty movie. Like there was no Star Wars soul to that movie. It was very like, let's focus on the cinematography, that kind of stuff. I don't know. All right, so
yeah, screen share again.
So we'll go.
Don Cheadle is screen sharing. I just realized your name is Don Cheadle.
Every week when I join these meetings, my name is something else. Man. All right, so C tier or D tier? What are your votes?
I'm sticking with my original statement. I don't really think any of these deserve to be D tier, so I would say C. But that's me personally.
Put it in C for now. For now.
All right. Which brings us to episode 1.
Also,
now, you know, Jose, when Jose a couple weeks ago was watching all the Star Wars movies and he was binging them, I try not to give him any like preconceived opinions on them. I wanted to hear he's seen them before, but this was his first time going through like understanding how the characters carry over, that kind of stuff.
How did he watch it?
He did 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 79.
Okay.
So
that sounds completely ridiculous to anyone who doesn't understand Star Wars.
Yeah. He liked the newer trilogy, the 1, 2, 3, more than the original trilogy, which was like
he liked the prequels, more than the original,
which was very weird for me. But I respect the opinion, even if it's wrong.
What did we agree on anything? I'm sorry.
We put it at C.
We put it at C for now, tentatively.
Yeah. The little overlay was like over when you because I switch it every time we go to screen sharing. It's okay.
Oh wait, you're right.
Anyway,
it's all right.
Yeah. So he thought episode 1 was awesome. Like he loved it. Which
who's this?
Is an abomination in my opinion.
Jose.
I
mean,
a Hobab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hobab Umsroof.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, that movie
makes no sense to anyone listening.
Go ahead, Darren. I want you to go and break this movie. Go ahead.
The movie is doo-doo, bro. It makes no sense.
List it off. Come on.
I don't have a bullet points. I wish I did, but the overarching story of the movie, you know, I guess is to try to introduce young Anakin and to kick off his journey on how he became Darth Vader. I mean, this was just, the acting was trash. The script writing was horrible. The race scene was just cringe. I mean,
you don't like the pod racing?
I hate the pod, and it's boring. The movie's boring. It's not.
I agree with you that the script was bad. Some of the parts were just really awkward.
And it only got worse in Attack of the Clones.
I think Abed from Community summed it up best when he said, Midichlorians.
Exactly. Abed always knows what he's talking about.
Midichlorian levels.
I forgot this guy's Liam Neeson is on point.
Very beautiful. So
if you're super confused right now, go back and listen to the last episode.
It was like 2 episodes ago, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Actually, I forgot. I wanted to bring that up. So in the last episode, in my interview, someone asked something that I do different from everyone else, and my answer, I think, was like my organization, which isn't that different. I actually thought of something.
Okay.
This
subject a
ain't
little
the
bit.
interview with Kyler part 2. Let me make that very clear.
I just wanted to because I was upset when I was listening to it again with my answer.
Go ahead.
I don't know how to jump rope I didn't until my senior year when we were doing a circuit, and that was part of it. And my team was in the lead, and jump roping was one of the stations. And I picked it up, and naturally, I just started doing it backwards. So I jump rope backwards.
I do it backwards too.
But that's the only way I know how. I can't.
I don't think I can do it forward. I do backwards.
I'm incapable of.
You can't
my
jump
brain
rope forward.
My brain doesn't.
Both of them can't.
Wait, maybe
like-
I can. I don't know.
It's blood.
I know I naturally. I think I do it best
family
backwards.
curse.
Maybe I have to. Yeah.
For 3 generations of our family, our
it's from
ancestors
Edie
have jump
Sadis.
roped backwards.
It's from the Edie Sadis. I gotta ask my mom how she does it. You ask
I'm
your
the
mom.
first generation front jump roper. I can't
Yeah.
hula hoop, so I mean, there's that.
I don't remember the last time I jumped rope, so I can't even remember how I do it.
That was the first and last time.
Really?
Yeah.
But it was like everyone was looking at me. They were like, because I told them, I was like, guys, I got it. 'Cause I love that kind of stuff. Those like circuit kind of
Yeah.
workouts.
Yeah.
And then they put the jump ropes out, and I was like, oh, guys, I can't do this. And they're like, what do you mean? Like you always crush these things. I'm like, I don't know how to jump rope. They're like, just go out there and pick it up, and it'll just come to you. And it did. And they were like, what the heck are you
but that's-
doing?
If I were to
It
watch
looked
someone-
so like painful.
If I were to watch someone jump rope, the first thing I know, I'm not gonna notice they're going forward or backward. I'm just like, oh wow, they're doing it.
Oh, they-
like,
they
I
noticed.
don't look at like.
They noticed.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everyone
in-
noticed.
I probably
in
be the one
Kyler's
that
eyes, this was like one of those beautiful movie scenes where the protagonist succeeds and he's like, "Da, da, da,
and then
da,
everyone's like,
da." And everyone's looking at him. He's like, he's like dolphin jumping.
oh man.
What got us on that topic?
He just remembered quick.
Oh,
Oh,
he
you
was
talked
ranting,
about
okay.
Gary Busey,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and it reminded me of my jump rope skills.
You know, this reminds me of when we're having like normal conversations with Darrien and he says something so off base and we're like, okay, how did you get from that thought?
Oh yeah,
Now run it down,
Make him,
I'll
we
explain.
make him walk us
We gotta
through his
break
thought
it down.
process.
One time I was
Never
with
makes sense.
Wiley slept over and he's getting ready for the meeting in my room and I walk in and for some reason I just thought I was like, when we speak, there's a rhythm to it. It's kind of like I just walked in. He's like doing his tie, and I'm like, "Did you know that everything you take is in tune with music?" He goes, "What?" I was like, "Think about it."
Walk me through that process. Walk me.
I wish I knew what the process. I was like doing my hair, and I was like,
that.
I
used to
remember that,
Say
yeah.
that to
Did
myself.
you know
Did
that?
you know that everything you take can be turned into music?
"I don't know what that was about."
Oh man, just,
Terrible.
Banana.
what?
Banana.
Dude, did
All
you
right.
take your meds today?
Kevin Spacey.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go. So
Remember when we almost ran
Continuing
into a
with Star
tree?
Wars.
Anyway.
good times. We'll
It's-
discuss that in my
it was
interview
snowing,
episode.
right? It was snowing.
We just
So what? Why you guys actually like Phantom Menace?
Okay, I'll let everyone else talk.
I know it's not A tier.
You're the minority, so let's let you talk.
No, I agree with Darren. I already.
Wiley, you with me too?
Says.
It's trash, in my opinion. Yeah, it's
Cool.
garbage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so
Oh,
I'm
so he's
in
talking
the
about you.
extreme
Best part-
You're
minority.
the minority.
Best
Yeah.
part of Phantom Menace is Darth Maul. Like there's literally
100%. The soundtrack. And
yeah, that too.
did you know that when the soundtrack came out, it ruined Qui-Gon's death scene before the movie came out? They released the soundtrack, and the title of that song was Qui-Gon's death.
Oh, that's
Not
Yeah.
Duel of the Fates?
No, it was Qui-Gon's death. But yeah, how crazy is that?
Oh, how
The
are you
thing
gonna
is-
mess that up?
The problem
Yeah.
is no one knew who Qui-Gon was anyway, so it was like whatever.
But,
then
Yeah,
you
but as
meet
soon as
him-
he's
but then you
introduced,
meet
and you're
him
like,
oh wow, this
Liam
guy's
Neeson's
cool.
gonna
Yeah.
die.
Gonna die.
I'm sure he was doing some interviews before the thing was like, I'm going to be playing
that's
Qui-Gon. Like that kind of
Sure.
thing. So anyway, I just thought that was a fun fact.
Wow, that's rough. I I don't feel the same way you guys do, if I'm being honest.
Why?
There are no Star Wars movies that I just like passionately dislike. I try to find at least something that I appreciate from them because I love Star Wars so much. The movie obviously I have what's the kid's name that played Anakin?
Oh man.
Whatever it is. He's like a criminal now.
Yeah.
He's gone to jail a few times.
All right. He's done his time.
No, I don't think he's done. I think
Maybe
he's still,
not. Okay. So
I
maybe
think he's gone like
criminal, I don't
twice.
know.
No, he's out now. I think.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Anyway, I know he got bullied like relentlessly. Jar Jar Binks, I'm not a fan of the character.
Other thing. The heck is Jar Jar Binks? I mean, it's the stupidest thing. It doesn't fit.
Gungans.
Doesn't fit in Star Wars.
I prescribe to the theory the one time that I actually prescribed to one of these stupid fan theories that the original plan was to have Jar Jar as like a villain.
Darth Jar Jar.
I think. Well, I don't think that would have been his name. I would hope that they would come up with something a little better.
Darth Jar Jar.
But yeah, and then Dooku was introduced to kind of fill that void when they got the backlash of Jar Jar Binks. They're like, we can't continue with that plan because it's just not gonna work.
No.
I don't know. It was a setup movie in my eyes. So obviously it was already established with the first three, but it was setting up how we got there, the start of that journey. So I don't know.
So out of all the Star Wars movies, what's the least one that you would want to watch? Would it be Phantom Menace?
No. Probably The Last Jedi. I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd watch Last Jedi over Phantom Menace any day.
100%. It's not even
I'd still
close.
watch Phantom Menace.
Well, let's discuss about that one once we.
Yeah, I'd watch
We already
Leia
got to The Last Jedi.
swim through space all day rather than Phantom Menace. All right,
We
so
just
I thought
finished The Last Jedi.
I thought they moved it.
No.
No,
We just talked
we did
about
Last Jedi, yeah.
Oh, okay, no.
We went C tier with it.
Oh, you're right.
So Phantom Menace,
Right.
I mean, obviously,
D
you
tier.
guys don't. Oh, you were gonna put it in D?
I think that's bottom tier trash.
Well,
Same.
okay,
Majority rules.
I'd
Yeah,
put it
no,
in
that's
never
fine.
seen if I could.
fair enough.
And
Wow.
speaking of the prequel trilogy, Attack of the Clones. Now, I saw this recently. It wasn't as bad as I remembered. I'm gonna be honest with
No. When was the last time you watched Phantom Menace?
The same time, weren't you watching
Yeah.
all of them? Yeah.
you. Yeah, I rewatched
Oh,
them all.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because maybe
It was still
watching
bad.
it again.
A few
All
months
right,
ago.
that's a fresh opinion. So I,
I do
can't
that
say
every
anything.
once in a while too. I go back and like rewatch every trilogy.
Mhm.
And then-
Yeah. That's why I love Force Awakens, because it just gets better every time I watch it. I think it's so fun. But Attack of the Clones is just, I forward through every scene with Anakin and Padme
Ugh,
because it is
Dude.
just
disgusting.
physical convulsion cringe.
That is probably my least favorite part of the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. The one of my least favorite scenes in all of Star Wars is episode 3, which I know we're gonna get to in a second. Well, I'll save it for that. But
Hold up.
yeah, the
Now
Anakin
you gotta
Padme
finish
scenes.
that.
No, because we're gonna get to that, and I'll talk about it when we get there. It's just my personal thing. I know most people probably won't feel the same way, but those scenes are all very like awkward.
Oh my goodness. There's
The-
no
the-
chemistry.
the emotional like tension that they have is just like
I feel like
you
they
don't
shook
feel
hands
it.
after.
saying.
Like good scene.
They just read the script and just read about their
Good
day.
scene, Hayden. You too.
Yeah.
Wait, what's her name? Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah. Nah.
I do like Attack of the Clones though. I think
Dude,
it's
the scenes with
fun.
Django and Camino,
it's
just the mystery behind it.
those are awesome.
It's awesome.
When
the fight scene.
Obi-Wan first gets to Camino, when they're fighting on Geonosis, all the Jedi and the
Yep.
droids and all that stuff, I think all that is like really, really awesome. That's probably the biggest Jedi fight scene in all of Star
Geonosis.
Wars. Geonosis. Which is awesome. And then on top of that, you get
Yeah. I
when you
think we
play
had a
Republic
picture.
Commando, you get to play in that arena.
That was
That's how
pretty
it
wild.
starts.
But there's like some scenes like I don't know. There's so many questionable decisions in that prequel trilogy
Yeah.
Django's death was just the weirdest thing. He just decapitated and
quick.
then it just kind of rolled. Yeah, it was so like, ugh. And Bo was just looking at him like Django was a boss in that first half.
Let's talk about the attempted assassin on
Zeb?
Padme.
Yeah.
Palpatine
No, it wasn't Zeb.
tells Dooku to kill her. Dooku tells Django to kill her. Django
hires
tells
an assassin.
the assassin to kill her. The
Right.
assassin uses bugs to go kill her. It's like, what is this? Like,
Who ended up actually getting the credit for that? Well, nobody.
nobody, because
That's true.
She died. It just ended there.
Does it roll credits? That is probably one of my favorite
probably
Star
would've,
Wars
yeah.
memes.
Those memes.
When they just end it.
Yeah.
Like
It'll be like as a kid, he's like, Anakin, come to the dark side. He's like, okay. Directed by George Lucas.
those are the freaking best, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, I think it's C tier. I don't think it's B tier.
I would agree with that. I think C tier is fair. I think
Do it.
there's George Lucas had a great vision. I think some of his directing decisions were,
Yeah.
like Darrien said, a little questionable. Like I don't know why he spent so much time. The original trilogy was very political. A lot of talking about like embargoes and trade routes and all that stuff. And when you're watching Star Wars, you don't want to think about politics really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting if you want to really get into the lore, but for people who are just watching the movie and don't really care all that much, it's a lot of like fluff.
For a
you
movie,
you don't need it.
For a movie, don't do it. Clone Wars did it great, and we'll
Yeah.
get into
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But Clone Wars
Yeah.
did it perfect. So
That's what I'm saying. I mean, a real fan is going to go and watch the whole Clone Wars series.
yeah,
A casual fan will watch the movie, but
Yeah.
they're not going to want to hear about the trade routes with the Nemoidians and all
yeah.
that stuff, and nobody really
you're on
cares.
Federation airspace. Or
Yeah,
like,
so
who
it's
cares?
just
like,
it's unnecessary, and you can use that time to talk about other more important things, which didn't really happen.
So C tier it goes. On to another beauty, the standalone Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
You guys already know my opinion on that.
I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this one might be an S tier.
A or S. Yeah.
S, 100%
Right?
S.
Yep.
That is after my.
I gotta watch
That's
it.
my second favorite.
I need to watch it again.
My parents
too.
like this
But it's
movie and they don't like anything Star Wars. My dad thinks like
Doesn't he like
my
the
dad thinks
Mandalorian?
Star Wars is. Oh yeah, he loves Mandalorian, but that's because it's more
It's not Star Warsy. It's more like
Mhm.
Western.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
when he sees like Yoda or something like that, he checks out. Like something dumb like a little green dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, But-
Look at this.
Oh, going back to The Last Jedi, that might have been my favorite scene of The Last Jedi when Yoda showed up. Original puppet Yoda.
Oh yeah,
that was
was
pretty
another-
epic. That was pretty awesome.
I'll give you
correcting
that.
the poor decisions that was made in the prequel with the CGI Yoda. Ooh, didn't like it. Empire Strikes Back. If there's a tier above S, that's where
Yeah.
it goes.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not even up for debate.
I
Darker
think this
Star
is the
Wars.
most common.
Can you put S plus tier? S plus.
No, don't
Ay, que hice,
mess-
que hice.
What?
You're moving
Don't
it
mess-
around.
you always mess with this.
I was joking.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I got it.
Yeah,
ESB.
Empire Strikes Back.
Ay, pero que esto no. I didn't put that. Oh my lord.
You changed the title of the current one. That's why.
Okay, see.
Darrien always does this live while we're actually here, and
I
it's
know.
always a mess.
There we go. See, now I got it.
With that and then ESB.
How's it feel, Joey? How's it feel? Not so fun, is it? Wait, where's Empire
It's
Strikes
right
Back?
there.
Oh. Okay. Do you guys want to do a typing test after? I'm like 90 words. a
No.
minute, dude. Okay. So next one. Oh, this is A New Hope. Hold on.
Kyler's having a heart attack.
Classic Darrien moment. We're doing one
I know.
thing that's important. He's like, "You guys want to do a typing test after?"
9 words in 90 words.
Oh man.
You got a point there. Yeah.
Oh man.
A New Hope.
I know.
Um,
Okay.
You know. Go ahead. Let me hear you.
It kicked it off. This is our first.
You got to give it
ever-
credit for that.
It's our first ever introduction to Star Wars.
But does it hold up as well as it did
A New
60,
Hope
70
is-
years ago when it came out?
70 years ago.
Our parents like saw it in
Holy
theaters.
moly.
Oh my god. A New Hope is awkwardly slow at some points. When you're introducing people to Star Wars, and if you start off with A New Hope, you have like 20 minutes of droids wandering the desert.
I
Yeah.
want to go to the
It's-
Tashi station.
Yeah, it's weird sometimes. If you have a background understanding and all that stuff of like what's going on, it's great. But when you're first watching it doesn't age as well as you think it does.
Yeah.
With like the nostalgia and all
It
that
was a
stuff.
different type of cinema back then, so we're used
Yeah,
to something
Like Space
now.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
feel
Oh,
like
nothing is like
I
2001.
meant like
Space
when it
Odyssey.
when it comes
That
to
was
like
It's in a
scenes where
class
it's
on its
slow.
own.
I think y'all were gonna stop speaking. Just-
We have a bear. My ear just vibrated. There's a bear.
I'm like back here. I didn't think you were here.
Bro, that caught that mess clear as day.
All right.
You're gonna stop.
Bleep it out or cut it. Just like we were supposed to cut the me doing the accent last time.
I got so
lost
yo,
it.
people loved it. People loved it.
I was listening to it and I heard me go, me right at the hat. And I was like, oh,
You just did it again. You just did it again.
I'm
He's imitating
what I
his
did last
imitation.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
I've
just-
learned.
I think my favorite part of that was like how immediately as the words left
Cut
your
it,
mouth,
cut
you
it.
said, "Wait, no, stop."
Because I'm consciously working on it, those. Anyway. So, A New Hope, I don't know, A tier or S tier? What do you
Nah, I
guys?
don't say S. I would not say S.
I agree.
I'd go A.
I'd go A. Anything below A would be blasphemous.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
A it is. What is this? Return of the Jedi.
Kyler's favorite.
Kyler's favorite. Yep.
I mean, I don't think I need to say what I think.
Hot take here. I'm not a fan of Ewoks, dude. I don't
Yeah,
like them.
what's up with that?
Please explain.
Everyone loves Ewoks.
I just they feel so weird in Star. Like there's certain. I know Star Wars is filled with all these aliens and all these crazy stuff. To say something feels out of place doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No.
But for example, the Gungans and all that in Phantom Menace just feels weird. Like they didn't feel. Under no circumstances would any Jedi or people be talking to those Gungans or just. And then the Ewoks
Jedi talk
like,
to everyone. That's the whole point of being a Jedi.
no, not to Gungans. And
you can't pick and choose. It's like,
Discriminating.
no, you're ugly, you're weird. I don't want to talk to you.
Get
Yeah.
canceled. Get canceled in the Star Wars community.
Mark it on the timestamp. Now I'm
There he gets
advocating for like
canceled in a fictional
segregation.
universe.
He's
And
a
then
Star
Ewoks
Wars
just-
racist.
I don't know. The whole Endor subplot was just kind of. I don't know. I can't put a pin on why. It's not bad by any means.
I
love the movie.
I think what upsets me about that one scene in Endor was how you could see the explosion from like miles away, but Han Solo was only like 20 feet from it and nothing happens. He would just went, he was like,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
and then they cut to like them seeing the explosion like a mile or two away, like
It was the
huge.
80s, man.
Everyone died. Directed by George Lucas.
Directed by George.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Ewoks are beloved by everyone, so it's not like objectively they're bad. Clearly, they're it was a good choice for the Star Wars. Just for me, I don't know.
Fun fact, they never actually used the name Ewoks in
Not
any
in
of the
the
movies.
trailer, not in the movie, nothing. Oh, yo, I'm on the wrong freaking. There we go.
And then it made them spin off and do a Christmas special with more Ewoks. So
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't.
Why
the best
isn't that
idea.
on this list?
I feel,
I never
I think,
watched it. We put it. Never seen.
no, I've never watched it either, dude. I won't waste my time watching that. Like, it's so bad. They only
Lucas-
sold it in, like the
George
basement of
Lucas
video
wants to
stores.
hunt down every copy and burn it. Like,
It's that bad. So, what do you guys think? A tier?
Hmm.
Kyler
That
wants to say
hurts.
S.
I
think S
want
tier?
to say it. Well, yeah. Personally, that's my favorite.
I'll give it
Star
S
Wars
if you
movie.
I'll
give
have to
Toy Story
rewatch
3A or B.
So we'll just go with never seen for Return of the Jedi.
I'll tell you what, it's no Empire Strikes Back.
That's a fact. So we can go S tier. I don't mind.
because yours is above that one.
It's not
Yeah,
mine. It's
mine.
just objectively the best. Okay, there's no debate there. Rise of Skywalker, this heaping pile of
I don't even
dodo
remember
doo doo. This is
Wow, that's a new one.
I liked it better than Last Jedi.
and I can understand why.
I can agree with that.
There's more rewatchability to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you that.
Without
like-
feeling disappointed with the end.
I like the Ben Solo redemption arc. I thought that was pretty good.
I agree. What was the kiss about though? It didn't even make no sense at the end.
Because the Raylo fans were crying about it and they wanted it really bad. So that was their way of kind of like
Listen, there
Just
was no
appeasing.
Raylo. There was never any.
you
He was supposed to hate each other.
You should read
Oh, Raylo was huge.
the
in Star Wars
theories,
community.
dude. It was a massive community. Massive. There were people
Okay.
like ready to fight for Raylo.
If
And
there
for
was-
anyone listening who doesn't know what Raylo is, it's the theory that Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, and Rey
shipping
Skywalker, that they would end up together.
If there was ever gonna be a relationship, it should have been Finn and Rey. They should have made Finn also a Jedi, and have to be the first canonically
Yes.
Jedi couple in Star Wars.
Wow.
If that was gonna
beautiful.
happen, if that was ever
And
gonna
have some
happen, that's how it
beautifully
should have been.
tan caramel babies. Holy cow. And they're just so powerful. Dude, why didn't I ever think of that, dude? I never shipped them.
That's
two.
how
You're
it should have
right.
been. That's how it should have been. In one of the
That I
novels,
would have watched.
in one of the
Yeah.
novels, I believe for Last Jedi, or one of the novelizations of the movie, they were the first like draft had them as a relationship, in a relationship, and then they canceled it and scrapped it.
I mean, they scrapped my boy Finn's entire story. That dude went nowhere after the first movie.
I hated that they did that.
Which was frustrating, yeah.
That's why he hates him.
Especially they never
completely
even
set him up to be a Jedi, and
confirmed the fact that he was a Jedi. Like
they
it
wouldn't
is-
let him say he
now
was
it
force.
is.
They wouldn't let him say he was force sensitive the entire
No.
movie.
That was the most frustrating thing about
I
that
gotta
movie
tell you
to me.
something. I gotta tell you something. And they would never let him say it.
Oh, I thought you were like actually about to say
Same.
something.
I was like, Wendy,
I was
look,
like,
come back here.
No, I'm saying the entire
Yeah.
movie. It was him.
The
Like
entire movie, it's him alluding like, I there's something I need to talk to you about, and
Mm-hmm.
now it's confirmed that he is force sensitive or was, but they never actually got around to acknowledging that that's what it was the entire movie, and it's so irritating that they never
True.
let him get that part out because that would have been awesome.
That was in Rise of Skywalker?
yeah.
Yes.
That's so J.J. Abrams, dude. That's so him. He is the master of starting things off
Not finishing.
and not finishing. It is beyond. That's what's going to happen with this new Superman movie he's doing. It's going to be amazing. But if it's setting up for, he's doing a Superman movie, right?
We discussed it already.
Did we? When did we discuss that?
In
I don't remember.
the group chat.
Not in movie news. We discussed it in the group chat.
Valzad,
Instagram.
Oh, he's doing that.
Black Superman.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys message like 3,000 times
Fair enough.
while I'm working, and by the time I get to read it, I have 30 seconds to look at the
Well-
last two messages.
Just the Robert De Niro face. Hey, Lord. Yeah.
We
The
never
the news
mentioned
was that
Paramount,
J.J.
by the way.
Abrams. What?
Paramount has their own streaming service now.
That's
thought
where
Abrams
iCarly
had that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where Halo is gonna debut.
Show or movie?
A show series.
We discussed that. Yeah.
Like the video game Halo?
Yep.
Oh,
And
we talked about that.
Liev Schreiber's brother is playing Master Chief.
He has a brother?
Really? Right.
Yeah, he's like this tall dude. He was in dang it, he was in some movie that you guys, I gotta look it up. I think you guys would know, but
That must stink being like the non-famous brother.
Like that last Hemsworth?
Yeah, exactly. Or like being like, I don't know, Jerome Downey Jr., like my brother's Robert.
How can he still
I'll-
be a junior if his dad is
I didn't think of that. If I said Jerome Downey, you might not know what I said. So you said Junior anyway.
His dad has multiple personalities.
What got us
shoot.
here? What?
Wiley busted out with Paramount.
Superman.
I'm sorry. I just
Superman,
remembered.
yeah. So the rumor started that J. James is working on a new Superman movie.
With Henry Cavill or
No, and
oh no, it's gonna be black. The black Superman.
It might be a black Superman. Yeah,
Okay.
that was what we were discussing.
Maybe
We were
Mike
like,
will be.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Well, that's what I've heard a lot for a while now.
which is cool. I mean, we're down for it.
Mhm.
That'd
People
be
were really
pretty
upset
cool.
because they kept saying it was going to be a reboot, but then they're like, no, it's not a reboot. It's just
No.
another movie.
I wouldn't want a reboot. I would want like a
That's what people-
multiverse thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I'm
people said. They're
totally
like,
down with that.
We've been waiting for Man of Steel 2 and Henry Cavill. How are you just going to give us a reboot? But
Yeah.
Yeah, why
won't be-
wouldn't?
it won't be a reboot though. It'll be like another movie.
Is he still Superman?
Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he
wants
quit
to.
or get fired or something like that?
There've literally been nothing confirmed with Henry Cavill and DC. Like, it's all
There's no way he's out.
rumors. There's all.
I would never watch another DC movie
Everybody
again.
wants him as Superman.
And what about Ben
No
Affleck?
way he's gonna
Is
do
he still Batman? Ben Affleck's not Batman anymore.
I think Ben Affleck's done. Yeah.
He ain't got the muscle mass to be Batman anymore, man.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck's looking frail.
But
But you never know what someone's situation is because Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman was looking frail too before he went out. But Ben Affleck, he's looking frail, dude.
I think especially after losing Anna
Yeah, now he's hurting.
Who's on?
Ana de Armas. We talked about this. The girl from Knives Out.
That was-
it's been-
That was his girl for a while.
Oh, that's right. Wait, when did he and Jennifer Gardner get a divorce?
a long
Weren't they
time
married?
ago. It's been like 2
Yeah.
years.
They're-
Oh,
yeah,
by the way,
forever ago.
this dude, Leah Schreiber's brother, is Pablo Schreiber. Yeah, his name is Pablo.
Okay, it's a weird combo.
He was Neil in Defending Jacob.
Oh, I saw that show. Hold on, who's
Tyler.
Neil?
He was in First Man.
Wait, with Ryan Gosling?
Dude,
Yeah.
this is Liev Schreiber's brother.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow,
Wait.
he's
He was in
actually a
Orange
good
is the New
actor.
Black. He was
Oh,
in
Den of
13
Thieves.
Hours. He's in a few stuff there.
Holy cow!
Oh yeah, he was like that big bad villain in Special Victims Unit.
Oh,
Yeah, he's actually
they're
actually-
brothers. They
Yeah.
look nothing alike.
That's pretty cool, dude. That's like the Skarsgård family. Like, what do you think their dinners are like? Their entire family
That's
is
nuts.
legendary actors already.
Yeah.
Have you seen Alex Skarsgård picture on IMDb? His like profile picture.
No, but I'm gonna
We're
pull
so
it
Look
up
it
off
up.
topic.
so we can all watch it together.
I was looking at it before. I was like, wait, what is this? Why of all
Talking
things,
about?
this guy is like
Is he the one?
ridiculously ripped. He's
Is
super
Alex the
good
one
looking.
that's in the new
He's
Godzilla movie?
Tarzan.
Yeah, he's the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Tarzan.
It's just like the weirdest IMDb profile picture.
Oh, what
I've
the
ever
heck?
seen.
Why?
I don't know. It's so unnecessary. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know if
under
you should-
Alexander.
Yeah, don't
We're
put
not-
it up.
Yeah. Why
Don't-
not? If
Why
it's on
is that?
IMDb,
I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal,
Yeah, just
but just why?
anyone.
Just why?
But why?
Is that like customary where he's from? Where are the Skarsgårds from? Sweden?
They're
No, that's not
stuck.
customary
No, they're
there.
Swedish. No, you wear pants in Sweden.
Yeah, maybe a Celt.
Everybody.
Look at this. Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård, Bill
What were we talking
Skarsgård.
about before? I can't even remember.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars.
Superman.
It was Superman, then it went somewhere else.
I had mentioned Paramount, and then I was looking up
Oh, Batman.
Halo,
We're talking about
Pablo
this dude.
Schreiber,
Batman.
and now
we have Robert,
Batman.
We have
Ben
Robert
Affleck.
Pattinson. We have Robert Pattinson now, so.
But
Yeah,
that
Michael
Batman
Keaton.
is like its own bubble, its own universe.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
not-
It's just I don't
it's
want to see any
standalone.
more Batmans.
Batman.
I agree. We're kind of
Batman.
It's really annoying
It's
how much
Spider
Batman is
Mine,
recast.
Spider Man.
He's like
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man's. Spider-Man's.
What's the plural of Spider Man?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I was like, is it Spiders Man?
Spiders.
Spider Mains. I thought you were
so bad.
joking the whole time. That was amazing.
All right, what movie are we on? Oh.
shoot.
So Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, we're still on that. Oh man.
We going C.
I'd say
If
I'd say
I like it better than Last Jedi, so I don't know.
you'd put
But
it
you
in
still
B?
think it's not B tier.
Nah,
think it's-
C
you think it's B
plus.
tier?
C plus. Yeah. So
I give it a 79. Just for the fan service it did towards the end of the movie.
How does that correlate to? Okay.
Oh god.
79.3.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
For the fan service at the end.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Revenge of the Sith, episode 3.
Mm.
Come on now.
It's up there.
The only prequel movie that
Save the prequels.
It is up there.
One of the
It's-
best fight scenes in any movie ever.
I hate you.
that's
Hayden-
at least A for me.
At least I'd
Yeah.
go as far as putting it in S tier. That's just it. It has all the qualities. You have rewatchability. You have
The-
good acting. Finally, a good script.
But good acting
That's
from most people.
Not wrong.
Not Hayden. I mean,
I love the guy, and I'm glad that he's coming back for Kenobi. But his acting in the prequels was rough. At
Man
best.
was ripped. He was ripped.
Was he?
Yeah,
you
they had-
never even saw his arms in those movies.
no, but you
No,
see,
There's
What is
one
that?
scene where he's like
He was in
shirtless.
bed.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he woke up.
Oh,
and-
you true.
dude, he's shredded.
But even in Jumper, he was like ripped, and that was only like a year or two after this movie. So
Yeah.
My least favorite scene in all of Star Wars is in this movie.
oh what
Yes,
is
And
yeah,
It
okay.
is the scene where Anakin is in the Jedi Temple and he's about to go murder a bunch of younglings, and Padme is in her like apartment on Coruscant.
Yep.
And they're just like intensely crying and staring out the window at like each other because their connection is so strong. And it was like the cringiest, most uncomfortable, unnecessary scene in all of Star Wars, in my personal opinion. And I hate it so much.
You know, I can see that.
It's worse.
I thought you were going
It's-
to say something so much. Darrien, he was like, I can see that.
I can
And
see
it
No, no.
That's such a
I
Joey
agree.
answer. How about you leave the Troy answer?
was- at least you call yourself out on it. I like that.
That was absolutely just good. It was.
No, it was just not good.
Yeah,
All right.
I hate that scene.
Yeah.
A tier.
I
I'd
give it
say
A.
I give it A.
I give it A.
Ponelo ahí.
I hate you.
But
Um,
give it an A, but like, nah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine there.
Yeah, I think A New Hope still goes above it.
Yeah.
Rebels. This one's kind of tough.
I still
Okay.
haven't
I'd put it
finished
in B.
I'm still on season 2.
What? Okay, I was about to ask because I want to talk about things. I want to
I'm at-
mention things and I can't because Joey's still watching it.
You can mention it. Well,
It's just-
what am I
it has-
saying, Joey? You tell us if we can mention it or
You
not.
could you can mention. I'm at the
It just
part
has
where,
it has a lot of
Cody,
highs, but then it has a lot of lows. and
Rex
it's like,
and Wolf.
Yeah.
whatever.
oh, you're
there's some-
that far in. Yeah.
There's some pretty like epic scenes in that show. I mean, maybe no, I would say on par with some of the better episodes of even Clone Wars. They are few and far between. They're not. It's not as consistent as Clone Wars. It's not as consistently like
We get some
really
pretty cool
hard hitting arcs.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the start to this show was rough. That first season was garbage. Season 2 was
garbage.
season 2 was almost completely garbage. But halfway through,
Lip twitch.
It is tough to watch, man.
it gets better halfway through season 2.
Mm.
The second half is getting better, and then season
Where-
3 and 4 are good.
Where does Ahsoka come in? Is that season
End of season 1.
two?
season end of
three?
season 1?
I think so. Yeah.
It's
She
that
been
early
introduced.
on. I
She
feel
walks
like
in.
that's crazy. I don't
And then
remember.
season 2, she's in it.
The episode where they're on Malachor and you have the ancient Sith temple with all of the Jedi that are like
I think that's season
turned to
4.
stone. That was it. Again, I'm a history buff. I love the old like ancient temple kind of stuff. I got goosebumps for that like entire episode because it was just so. It reminded me of Knights of the Old Republic, going into like the ancient Sith temples and stuff like that. It was so awesome.
That's what I mean.
The last, maybe second to last episode or something like that. When are you sure that I'm allowed to talk about this, Joey?
Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
wanna-
I'll forget about it.
I don't think you will. It's a pretty big thing.
Go ahead.
Huge, massive spoiler for anyone
dámelo.
watching.
Wait.
Okay. The last season, in the last like 2 episodes, Kanan sacrifices himself.
Isn't that season 3?
Unbelievable. Why'd you
He
say that?
dies. No. It's like the second to last episode.
I thought all
Or-
of season 4 was without him.
No. He goes off on like a like a pity party thing because he gets blinded when he fights Maul,
Yeah.
and he has the mask and stuff like that. And he kind of like gives up the whole like Jedi thing, and then he
I think
comes
it's
back
pretty
and starts
cool.
training him.
It's pretty cool. And that scene, for like a split second, he regained his sight.
He holds back this like explosion.
Just all this fire above him and
Yeah.
the sides.
It's literally and my favorite line in all of Star Wars, and they mention it in several different things, but when they say the Force will be with you always, I literally just thinking about it from whatever movie or show, it gives me goosebumps. And he hits them with that line, and then he gets his eyesight back, and then it's just like the fire just engulfs him, and he pushes like the whole ship with everyone in it away.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible.
It was the best way anyone has.
Oh my god!
Ever
One of
arguably
one of the best character deaths ever.
Yeah,
it was awesome. And then obviously they introduced time travel in Star Wars, which
is smart because it's their way of leaving the door open for a retcon if they had a garbage trilogy like they did.
But I pray. And Ahsoka's the art for her show, like the name, the title, is very similar to the way that the World Between Worlds kind of aesthetic is. Yeah. So I think a lot of it is going to go back into that, and it's just the coolest thing ever.
Imagine seeing that live action. It looked like Rainbow Road.
That's what
like
I'm
pyramids
saying.
Into different time spots.
That's
like
what
when
I
Kanan
want.
died, Ezra wanted to stop it.
He went back and watched it from like a different perspective and stuff. It was just so cool. And then the temple, the secret temple in Lothal, and the way like the Lothal wolves and stuff like that, the Loth wolves and everything were like force sensitive and they can travel through. And it was just, there are some really, really awesome scenes.
I think my favorite part of Rebels was how it solidified how strong Ahsoka is. I think any Jedi's worst day ever, against the Inquisitors, the Sisters, Darth Vader. She fought like 50 bad people in one day, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. In like
that
a
was
matter
the season
of like an
finale.
hour.
There.
Yeah, the season finale. Yeah.
When she saw Vader again, dude.
Vader, yeah, like it's insane, and she's nasty. Like it's crazy.
But with all this, the highs of Rebel were really high, but the lows
were pretty bad.
Were low.
They got pretty low, yeah.
There was some arcs that I was like, "What is this? Is just."
Maul got crazy spotlights in that show.
Yeah.
He was in it a lot, like almost as much as Clone Wars. He was a pretty central character for, I want to say maybe like 3/4 of that show.
Trying to find Obi-Wan and then trying to get into Ezra.
And then we get the finale of Maul also in Rebels when he meets up with Kenobi back on Tatooine, which is huge. We see the actual canon end.
Was underwhelming when I first saw it. I remember.
But then you get that whole explanation from Sam Witwer, Darth Maul himself, and he explains everything, and it's really, really good. I would personally probably put it no lower than B.
I think B is perfect.
I think B, yeah.
Okay. And then the last one.
I hope I didn't.
Oh my goodness,
ruin it too bad for you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Clone Wars belongs in Empire Strikes Back territory.
Yeah.
I agree. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
Exactly. That's how you gotta live life. This. I mean,
don't listen
talk
to
about
that.
it. You just don't
that
talk
is
about
the worst.
It.
That is the worst advice you could ever give anyone. Ever.
Clone Wars was amazing.
It was.
We've talked about Clone Wars plenty of times, but I mean, that show, if you haven't watched it, it gets better and better every single episode. It's one of those shows that just doesn't stop getting better until literally the last episode of the last season.
The last 4 episodes are the best episodes of the entire
These guys had to convince me and tell me how much better it gets. I went back to the first episode, and you literally see from each season how it transitions from like a crappy animation, and it just keeps getting better and
with
better
unlikable characters.
And then I keep telling these guys, I keep texting them like, "Oh my goodness, guys, what this is about? Oh my god, look at this fight scene! Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
And we just keep saying, "Just wait," because when
I'm getting goosebumps and I'm freaking out.
Lost episode, season 7, amazing.
Look at how Filoni introduced Ahsoka, and everyone hated her, and then he completely redeemed her into one of the most liked characters in Star Wars. Like
Someone that we
even-
didn't want to leave
Yeah.
when she
Even
did.
the small tiny arcs like Imagundi, what was he? I forget. I always forget what the name of his race is. When they were on Ryloth and there was they weren't letting any like the aid ships through,
Yep.
and
Oh,
he
that's
was like
right, yeah,
holding back the entire line of like a massive droid army with him and his commander, his clone commander.
Yes.
It was just the two of them,
one of
and
the
he ends
best
up dying.
sacrifices. One of the best
And it was
sacrifices,
incredible.
yeah.
He was in it for one episode, and you had this like ridiculous connection to him, and you felt it when he died, and you knew him for all of 20 minutes because that's how
Yeah.
long the episodes are.
Yeah.
But you were like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Like it was like it hit you hard. What is Jace doing?
I don't know. Do you like living, or is that not something you want to do much longer?
We have some
Let me know.
news from Jace.
We have
news
what?
from Jace.
Oh, Jace
No?
is reporting in. No,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Anyway,
Where?
tell
Well,
him to
Become
spoon
attached
his
to
eyeball out.
the clones. You become so attached to the clones, man. You
That's
watch
the big.
movies-
That's the biggest thing.
The movies, they're like so. What is it? Dispensable. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they're so dispensable, and you don't think twice about it. But in this movie, man, in the show, you just build such a connection with them, even if they're in there
They
for
made
like
that
one
clear
episode.
in like the
and
first
it-
two episodes.
Yeah.
We missed something.
We might have.
The Clone Wars movie.
No, we ain't missed that. I'm gonna put that on never seen.
I
I don't like
actually
that
liked the
movie.
will
I
say
liked
it was random. When I watched it, I was like, "Am I watching this in order?" And I was like, "Oh no, yeah, this started with a movie." And
Yeah.
Oh, you watched the movie to kick it
Yeah.
off.
yeah, it was a little off for me. But
That's where you first meet
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
Me
I won't
too.
lie. I was at first, like you guys said, I was like, "What's the point of Ahsoka? What's the point of this girl?" But it worked.
You could tell that they had a plan, and that's
Yeah.
why Star Wars is
Yeah.
amazing when done
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, no, I mean, even I like obviously the clones are massive part of the show, but I love the fact that they took a few episodes and kind of focused on other Jedi other than like the obvious Anakin and
Yep.
Obi-Wan and all that stuff. You got episodes that revolved around Kit Fisto going into Grievous's lair, which one of my
Amazing.
favorite
That was
arcs.
dope.
Insane. And then what is even crazier is after you watch the whole show and stuff like that, you go back again and watch Revenge of the Sith, and you see when these people like die so fast, like nothing. Like Kit Fisto, his death was like a half second.
Yeah.
And then you remember all the stuff that you see in the corner, like it hits you so much harder
So
You're like,
much.
Come on.
because you grow like
Yeah.
this attachment to Plo Koon. Plo Koon's death is absolutely tragic after watching the Clone Wars show
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he
Plo Koon
is
was one of my favorite.
amazing. He's
Isn't
so
Kit Fisto
good.
your favorite, Kyler?
Kit Fisto, I'd have to really sit down and think about who my favorite like
Overall
off-brand Jedi is.
Hmm.
Well,
Revan
I guess
is my overall favorite.
that's lights out on the light bulb pod. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Like this-
Oh wait,
okay.
so let's get a final look at the
Ugh.
Darrien.
Oh,
Dude, screen
you wanted
share.
me to
Get a
skip
final
Darrien?
look at the tiers.
Stop
There you
talking
go,
about your
yep.
yo-yo. Nobody cares.
We know you have a yo-yo.
Did I tell? I'm gonna tell you the story about this in a second. All right, so we got clearly Empire Strikes Back and Clone Wars, both in just the top of the top. Nothing will ever beat them. This is some legendary stuff right here. S tier, we have Mandalorian. I mean,
Which is what started off this podcast. So I mean,
you're right. This is the birth. This is our mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Rogue One S tier, Return of the Jedi S tier. Then we're dropping it down to A tier, and we have The Force Awakens, followed by A New Hope. Which, if any Star Wars community sees that we put Force Awakens above A New Hope, we should probably change that. Probably be crucified.
Oh, those
Change that too.
the letters are ranked as well.
I figure we keep them in order like that. I don't know. That just felt wrong. And then we have Revenge of the Sith there as well. B tier, we have Solo, a Star Wars story, Star Wars Rebels. Drop it down to C tier, Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi, and then Attack of the Clones. D tier, in a league of its own for its doo-doo script writing, for its trash action scenes, its garbage philosophy, The
I still
Phantom
disagree with
Menace.
that.
and nobody even knows what this is. So
Animation looks
Resistance.
terrible.
Star Wars Resistance. Yeah.
I want everyone who worked on this show fired and never allowed in Hollywood again. This is disgusting. What even is that?
We're gonna have to do another one of these
Soon with
in
the
maybe
new-
next year with all the new shows coming out.
Dude, imagine the
Bad
Marvel,
Batch. I'm so ready for the Bad
Yo,
Batch.
a
the
Marvel,
Marvel tier list is going to be huge. Especially after
Ooh.
Falcon
Ooh,
and
that's
Winter
a good
Soldier.
That should be
episode.
next.
Brain.
A
That should
Marvel
be next.
tier
That's-
list
that's gonna be
with
long.
no entertainment news. Just get straight up into it.
Oh my goodness. That's how
That's
many
gonna be a
movies do we
3-hour
have?
episode.
Yeah, we have so many movies. We should do a
Oh,
DC tier list too. Just
No.
do all
All
we just
D.
start we start
All
with D. we start with D.
All right,
and
guys,
FG.
nothing's
Let's
topping
add
this.
the
Let's all
animated
go
movie.
down.
If we do the animated movies, then we could do a tier list. But
There's so many, though.
These guys, has Darren watched any of the animated movies?
I've seen Flashpoint.
That's it.
That's it.
There's like 10 Batman ones alone. There's so many.
All right. Well, maybe instead of making fun of me, you should say, Darren, how about we get you started on the journey to watching these animated
No, I
movies?
way prefer making fun of you. It's so much more fun.
what was that?
No, I bought this.
So who's doing the interview next? Darren, you should set up the wheel real quick.
All right.
Are we gonna do this live on the pod?
We're going to do it live on the
Oh,
podcast.
shoot.
Don't
Oh,
put
we're
these guys'
discussing
name in
who
it.
is getting interviewed next. Yeah, don't put
I know.
Tyler and I.
I
did it
get a
already.
second interview.
I know.
back to back.
We're like discussing. We're over here discussing who's doing it next, and it rolls on me again. I'm like, why am I even in here? I already did it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you don't remember he
Yeah,
sent it in the group chat?
Bro, he
was
had
like,
Wiley's name in there for some reason. I don't know. It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
No, you didn't put me
Spit out.
in that.
You okay?
that
Or-
right? Because
Jeez.
no.
Do it.
all right, Darien or
Oh, wow, it's an actual wheel.
I just Googled
it.
Oh.
Wow.
All right.
Right.
Guess I'll be going up next. Thank you. Thank you. Please,
Great.
please. Come
Winner.
on. So the other night, I bought this in like some type of like sleep-ridden.
You keep talking about your stupid yo-yo.
Because I want to
It actually is
explain.
it's pretty. it's
I
interesting. Go
I
ahead.
thought
Joey,
I
how's
bought
work
this-
going?
in a
No, it's pretty good, man.
Yes.
You know,
I don't know how you do-
I'm getting more and more work. If y'all don't
I was
know,
gonna
I'm a
do
machinist
it.
for luxury lighting. Thank you very much.
He's muting himself and talking. All right, come back.
So you know what? You guys don't get to hear the story about my yo-yo. And
Come on,
if you
come
want-
on,
if
come
you
on.
listeners
No, we want
wanna
to hear it. Come on, we
leave
want
a
to
comment,
hear
and
it.
maybe next episode or on my interview episode, we'll talk about the
Come
yo-yo story. All
on,
right,
we would like to
done.
hear it. We would like to hear it.
it's done. That's like, hey, Joe, take it away.
I'm still recording. You
You're
better
not
hurry
the
up and
host.
tell-
Tyler's the host.
Oh, sorry.
Just tell
And I
the
command you to tell
story.
us about your yo-yo.
Darn it. So I thought I dreamt that I bought this, but apparently I was just so tired that I bought it at like 1 a.m. And the other day, I get a notification.
why are you Amazon?
At 1 in the
Yeah,
morning?
on Amazon.
On
He
Amazon?
went through a whole process of looking up a yo-yo, pressing it, installing it, adding it to a
What?
cart, buying it, picking the credit
You're
card.
sleep shopping?
So
For
I
yo-yos?
the next day I'm in my dining room and I'm working and whatnot, and I see your Amazon package is about to be delivered. I'm like, okay, maybe my mom or something. So I look and I see a Dunkin' yo-yo. I was like, I actually ordered that. And I've just been. I mean, look. I've been going through it.
Oh, he's using it. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's so awkward.
All right, I didn't get it first try. So
Do you?
He said-
Why were you looking at yo-yo?
How
Did
tired
watch
do you have to
something?
be?
He was asleep.
well, I mean,
You were straight up sleep shopping?
I
for
don't think I
yo-yos?
was sleep shop, but I don't remember it
If you
happening.
don't remember it, then you were sleeping, my boy.
So either I was like so tired that I don't know.
Was
man.
there,
I
like,
don't know
a
the
Frank-
story behind it?
Was there like a Frank Ocean song playing that said "Yo-Yo" and you just happened to buy one?
I know, right?
Like,
Yo-yo flew around my. You know what? This was corny when it came out, and I realized it after I said it. And I regret saying it, but it's there. We're gonna keep it.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay. I've had several yo-yos in my life, but I never acquired them. In
Dreamt it.
such
Gets a little better.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever.
So
slept shop
I like
like
this.
that.
I bought a second one.
What?
I like this. I bought a second one. This
All
one
right.
has a ball bearing.
That's his new thing. All right.
So
It
it'll
is-
just
Those,
spin- it'll
for
just
those
spin at the
listening,
bottom.
for those watching,
Wait. Do we want to discuss this on his interview?
I'll give
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Probably-
we should.
We should
Yeah,
save that for the
okay,
interview.
Yeah,
There's so many things to talk about, dude.
We'll talk about Darrien's interview is gonna be bad.
I'll say he slightly gets obsessed with things. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an odd cookie.
Dead air.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
You're the
cool.
host. Go
I
ahead.
don't
Thank you,
Well,
Mr.
I
Take
thought,
it
I thought
away.
someone was gonna jump in after that. I don't know.
You acting
Prince
like
of
me
dead
right
air.
now.
Okay. So that was our episode. We had our Star Wars tier list. Let us know if you disagree with anything that we said or you feel the same way. Do we have any news about the podcast at all? Any new like countries listening in or anything like that?
No, nothing.
No. Okay,
No,
so we're
I
sticking with
re-recorded-
Japan.
For our audio listeners, you've probably noticed I've recorded a new ad
yeah.
at the beginning.
I did
to
notice that.
switch
It
up
sounds
a
way
little bit.
better.
Yeah, I recorded with
sounds
this
way
mic
better.
instead of my phone from the first time. So,
You're like
just
a
skip right
fuzzy
over it.
background in
Yeah.
the back.
so yeah.
You
so
skip over it?
Over the ad? Yeah, absolutely.
That's how we make money. You
That's how we
clown.
make money, you doofus.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Ad revenue.
What do you think the ad is?
You have to listen to the ad?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the whole point.
This privileged man been on some YouTube Premium stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
will
on
never
YouTube
live without
Premium,
YouTube
too.
Premium.
Yeah.
So am I. I won't judge.
Once you get it, you can't really go without it.
I ended up canceling it.
It's
and
amazing.
It's I know. I miss it.
All
They
right.
so,
got
yeah,
they gave
if-
me a free.
If you ever listen to our lovely listeners, if you listen to the podcast, please don't skip through the first
Yeah, I'm sorry about
seconds?
that.
30
guys.
seconds. It's literally
It's
30
seconds of your life.
Wiley
You'll
has to
regret
feed
it.
rent.
It's okay.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Danny. He told me sometimes if he has nothing to do, he just puts the phone down and keeps replaying it.
The ad?
Yeah, he'll
Wow.
like do it, close it
What a
out,
guy.
do it, do
What
it,
a
close it out.
legend.
You're gonna be
bro.
the next guest.
See,
Yeah,
that makes
definitely.
up for Darrien skipping through
Yeah.
every single one of our ads.
Come on and replace me, Danny. The people want it.
Okay, so we do have some plans moving forward with the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us will be taking some vacations in the future, so we might have some guests to replace them, or we might keep things kind of the same in different settings, but we'll let everyone know when we get to that point what to expect.
The end goal is also, once it's possible to be with each other, record in one room. You can see us bounce reactions off each other live, like in the same room. That would be amazing.
And high five, which we do all the
Yeah,
time
That's gonna be
yeah.
on a regular basis.
Apparently.
We have never high five.
Listen, when you're in
Never
quarantine,
high-five.
you're stuck at home. You wanna try new things.
I just want to high five the boys.
We should explain why that's a thing.
Yeah.
But no, we shouldn't. So let's
No, I just leave it
lights
at
out.
that. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll get to it in Joey's interview eventually.
So-
True.
That'll be the main talking point because we're not going to talk about anything else.
We should do a friend quiz too, one episode. Most likely to this, least likely to this. This person does this the most often.
likely to throw themselves in front of death.
Would obviously- exactly. I'm sure we can find a good one.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
All right, so
So,
that's lights out on the light.
Coming up with ideas
Lights out.
live.
Look at these guys trying to like.
Everyone is fighting to end it, apparently. Okay, so
Just end it, man. Come on.
we'll end it.
That's
Go
lights
ahead.
out in the fitness grand page test.
Shut up. God, I hate you.
Are we ending it officially? Yeah.
Let's do it.
I gotta go. You're the host. You let me know.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And that's Lights Out on the Light Pole Podcast.